Round 2, boys. Bang.
And girls.
You're live.
And girls.
You're live.
And we're back.
Bang.
So, let's try this. This smells. Should we do another cheers?
Yeah, salud.
Can I just say that this is my first time meeting all three of these people who I've been connected with through social media for about 3 to 4 months now. And like all the people, every single person that I've met through my Instagram and craft beer, they're just rad people. Like, how can you not love the people in this industry? We already have this common denominator that we all love craft beer. So there's some conversation right there. And we love BC.
And we all love hiking.
Yes,
that's true. Okay, for the interest of Spinnakers, let's do a review of this.
Well,
okay.
Smell. Like you can smell it's barrel aged, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sour off that.
Sour, definitely. Dark fruit. I'm getting like dark cherry, like dried cherry, plum, raisin, prune.
I'm almost getting like a baked berry, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
To kind of up it a notch.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, on the nose, first thing that I had, there's definitely a funk there. It's
funky.
That would be the sour side of things.
I wonder what kind of
the dark fruit, I totally get
use?
That, like fig, cardamom, that sort of stuff. There's definitely like a spice presence to it there.
Yeah, yeah, almost like a star anise or like a licorice kind of flavor to it.
Yeah.
Interesting. They dry hop it.
Yeah. The hops
they
for
did,
60
everything
IBUs.
you can do to a beer, I think they did to it.
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
For 60 IBUs in there, like a lot of people, like if it was an IPA and it was 60 IBUs and you tried it, the people that say like, oh, I don't like hoppy beers,
incredible.
A 60 IBU IPA would probably not be their style.
Yeah.
But 60 IBUs in this, there's so much more going on that it kind of masks the
I almost
of it.
don't believe that it's 60.
Okay, this is the thing.
Okay, try it.
So
Drink it.
there's IBU, right? Which is a number. And then there's perceived bitterness for every beer. So you can have two beers that have the same number, same IBU, but the perceived bitterness will be different. And it's all dependent on how malty it is and what other ingredients they use. So it's just a number.
You heard it here first.
IBU.
It's just a number.
Yeah.
I've had 100 IBU beer at Strathcona.
Yeah.
But because it was so malty, you didn't feel that, crazy bitterness. And this is a perfect example of that.
Spinnakers is piping in saying it was also the IBU at bottling might have fallen off a little in the cellar.
I would definitely say
That's
100%.
Yeah.
That makes perfect sense.
So, 60 IBUs is a lot for this.
I just read the description on the side of the bottle, which I had before. We pretty much nailed every single one of it. Have you drank it? Yeah, drink it.
I did.
Delicious.
No, it's
Can we talk about how it actually tastes? There's
yeah.
so much going on in there. I swear, on like every part of my tongue has a different flavor happening.
As having taken a little break from drinking it, the lingering flavor that I have is almost like a champagne-y, like wine sort of finish.
Yes.
I don't know what kind of barrels. Like it says barrel aged.
French and American. So
French and
I
American.
don't know if it's like.
And
So
you
it's
can
just-
kind of
okay,
now
so
that
it's
I
not
know
like
it's
a
oak,
wine
you can
barrel
kind of
aged or bourbon
get that oak taste in the back of your throat now.
Yeah. So you
It's
read
oaky.
it, and then you were
It's
influenced to feel it.
Yes.
To sense it.
Yes.
Yeah. I think what we're saying is it's pretty damn good.
We like it.
It's pretty good. It's very unique. I have never had anything like it.
I've never had a dark sour saison.
That is one of the most unique beers I've ever had, and just certainly.
Yeah. So I'm excited because this new event they have, this
really
launch party with this barrel aging program, they have two brand new ones of their own. They've been doing some real teasing on social media, kind of like throwing out little hints about what it might be, but they haven't completely divulged what it is yet. And then there's 6 or 7 other breweries. I won't start listing them off because I don't remember all of them. Okay. But there's other breweries that are bringing beers out to this event. So it's on, again, January 20th. Starts at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm going to go do a hike. Yeah, it's at Spinnakers in Victoria. So
I've requested them to hijack our feed. We'll see what they say. If they say yes, then we can hop on right away. And they can tell you all about it.
Who's behind it? I wonder if it's Alita. That's the thing when it comes to social media. When it's a beer account, you don't know who it is. Like some of them have social media people.
I think it's going to happen.
Whoa.
Hold on. Here we go.
Oh,
it's happening.
We got a special guest, people.
We got a special guest.
Spinnakers joining.
Who is it? Can I wheel around?
Of course.
Hey, it's Alita.
Talk to us.
Hello, Alita.
Let me spin us around. Hold on.
Oh.
Do your thing.
There you go.
Trying to go to.
All right. So here's the whole thing has a time delay, so we'll have to be patient with this.
Yeah, I've never done this before either, so
Good stuff. Well, for starters, Alita, thank you very much for this beer. We are really enjoying this here. I got super long arms, so we get us all in the picture here.
Nice to meet you.
So yeah, you saved this for me and brought me this as a treat, and I just want to say thank you. We're all really enjoying this beer. It's fantastic.
Oh, you're welcome. I'm glad it's. I haven't had it in a couple of months, so I wasn't sure how hoppy or how it was going to be. But when I had it in the late fall, it was pretty delicious. So I'm glad you're enjoying it.
Who's the sales rep in Victoria?
We have two. So there's Tanya and Duncan are their names.
Okay. I've met with Tanya a few times, and we actually came by and had a beer together about 6 months ago or so.
Okay.
But we'll get in contact again next time we're in town as well, which should be in early February.
Absolutely. And I know I'm going to be seeing Tim at this park launch later today. So if you guys are around, I'll see you then.
Yes. All right. Thanks for joining in. I'll see you tonight.
Glad you're enjoying.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.
Okay.
All right. So
It's just Tim and I right now.
They left us.
So what Alita alluded to there was the fact that tonight I threw it out on social media. I love because I do the Instagram and all these people that are from Vancouver. We all interact. We all have a great time. A lot of them I've met on this hike. So I threw it out to everybody because I live in Langley. I don't come out this way very often. There's an event tonight. It's at Bells and Whistles, where I have not been yet.
It's awesome.
I'm so excited. Everything I've seen about this place is really cool. There is a launch party for a new collaboration here with Steel and Oak and Fieldhouse. And so I kind of put the call out through the BC Craft Breweries Instagram account and said, tagged like a whole bunch of local Instagrammers and people that do the craft beer thing saying, yo, I'm coming to Vancouver. Let's all go drink some beer together. And there's a ton of people going. So
That's awesome.
I told Bells and Whistles, you're going to be busy tonight. Not that they weren't, they're always busy, from what I understand. And then the Steel and Oak guys and the Fieldhouse crew are going to be there too. So
I
we're going to party.
meet, is it Wander Brew BC?
I'm connecting with Jamie right after this.
Jamie? Okay, yeah, I really want to meet
Jamie
them.
and
I love
Hailey.
their stuff. Jamie and Hailey, they've got an awesome page.
Yeah.
Chris is going to be there.
Yeah.
Vancity Craft, no, Beer Girl?
Yes.
What's her name?
Yes, Sarah.
Sarah.
So I'm meeting up with Sarah. Sarah lives out in Abbotsford.
Okay.
So I should know. She's Van City Beer Girl. I don't know if I'm supposed to say she lives in Abbotsford.
She's masquerading.
She's
coming here in 2
So
weeks.
she's coming out, and then I think Breward Inlet is going to be there. I think maybe
So
Bruce Babes Banny will be there. Van Pours is going to be there.
Haven't
My
met
buddy,
him yet.
yeah, my buddy Chris. Yeah, like that's the thing. That we've met so many amazing people, and just being able to get together and have some beers and take pictures of beer and drink beer. And...
On that note, what have we done so far? Oh, I spilled. We tried some Postmark Blonde. The night's going great already. Then we went on to Phillips, Citrus City, Grapefruit Zest IPA. Then we went on to Smuggler's Trail. These lovely friends here. Best British Bitter. Then we went on to Trading Post, which was phenomenal and still one of my faves. Cranberry Ale, super light. Then we went on to this crazy dark sour saison by Spinnakers. Yeah. Now I want to move on to our boys because Brew Batty's here. We're gonna do the Cranberry Goza.
Thomas,
we're gonna try this.
Thomas, when are you coming back to Pack Run?
Thomas, you've been singled out. We're gonna see.
So
oh
I'd
no,
like
we
to
also
say
have
about
this.
Thomas. He was here for a Christmas special that we did, and Thomas happened to let it slip that he's going to be in Bangkok. And we said, "What the fuck, man?
yeah,
You know that your beers are in Bangkok, and we're shipping over right now. You're meeting up with our distributor Palm, and you're going to be doing a meet the brewer night at a couple different pubs." And he went, "Okay." So anyway, we connected the two, so it's going to be, I think, early March. I'm going to say late February, early March. Thomas is going to be in Bangkok at a couple of amazing craft beer bars there that we know, and they're going to invite beer bloggers and all the kind of big beer bar owners. And he's come down and do a big talk about Coal Harbor and answering questions.
I'm really excited for them. I actually haven't been there yet, but I've lived through all their Instagram feeds, and I know that they're working on getting a tasting room going on down there.
They got licensing approval.
And I'm really excited for them to get that open. They've done a couple open houses, which, again, because I live in Langley, getting all the way down here is a bit of a challenge because I can't drive and come to these events. So, yeah. Oh,
I'm gonna give it a rinse.
Why are you giving it away?
We're gonna finish all these unfinished beers, right?
Yeah.
This is so good. But okay, so Thomas, if you're watching still,
He is. He'll be back.
one thing that stands out to me from stuff that I saw from I don't know whether it was on his feed. He's Mr. Brewbatty. So I saw on his feed that there's like a wish list. He has like a wish list as a brewer of beers that he wants to make. And I don't know if any of them are currently in production, but it's like his wish list. So if you're watching, Thomas, I'd love to know which one of those ones you're going to make first. So
Thomas will be back, I'm sure.
okay,
Yeah.
Good stuff. Well, I'm sure, they come and go.
Yeah.
It's all good. But yeah, like I think that's kind of neat just in itself. We were talking earlier about how the brewers these days, because of the cravings of social craft beer people or just craft beer people in general, that we all want to try something new. So all these brewers are getting the opportunity to be creative. So he has like it was like a chalkboard or a dry erase board. Took a picture of one time, and I think he was like finally making one of the beers, but it was like a whole bunch of like different styles that he was looking forward to making. Yeah. And so I'm curious if he's cracking into any more of those. That'll be.
I know they've got. They just changed up their portfolio quite a bit. So they went. Before they had the 311, of course, which keeps the lights on. It's the lager, it's easy drinking. I love that they went after the big guys, right? So they did that, and then they went around to. They started doing a lot of sours. They did a saison. Now they're kind of starting to do a little bit more mainstream as far as their. They've got an IPA now.
Yeah, that market saturation is fantastic.
It's awesome.
I love that beer.
Cans just
and these gozas that they're coming out with, again, great trail beers, low ABV, salt content, which is that's how I justify it, right? It's like, it's like
I gotta replenish my electrolytes.
I was gonna say this is trail beer Gatorade right here. Sunrise cranberry goza. I know you guys. There was a big conversation about the proper pronunciation.
Yes.
Of that you guys did on one of your feeds, and so since that day. Yeah, it's Goza.
It's Goza.
Yes,
it is Goza.
I think only bearded beer guy said something different.
Yeah,
and we made him leave. I think
we've kicked him from our feed.
Let's try this one. So right now, what we're trying, I wanted to compare this to
not to the first. It's all right, man.
No, I'm not. I wanted to compare this to the Trading Post Cranberry Ale. Very similar in color right off the bat, absolutely.
I think the carbonation seems like
this is lower in this one,
yeah, absolutely.
But again, that's the Goza style.
Yep.
Right? This is a little bit more chill.
Mm. Yeah, definitely less.
You definitely don't have as much sour on the nose.
And the saltiness definitely comes through. And it's funny because when I had this when I was hiking, and it was it was cold. It was a cold day. Yeah. I just cracked it, just drank it from the can, and it was just like refreshing cranberry. Low ABV, like nice beer. Now that you got a chance to get your nose in there, the temperatures come up a little bit. All the flavors really start to come out, and the traditional flavors that you get from a Goza, you really get this a lot more at this temperature. Temperature of beer is awesome.
Absolutely.
I really enjoy when I crack a dark beer, like I'll pull something wax dip, Russian barrel aged, take it right out of the fridge, pour the glass right away. And I get into it right away. Like they're like, well, no, optimum temperature is like 8 to 12 degrees Celsius or whatever, right? But I like to drink it at 4, at 5, at 7, at 9, and really kind of like watch the evolution. Right? Yeah. Well, I mean, you only have that one chance to drink through that beer, so why not have all the experiences out of it that you can? And there's definitely that moment where you're like, there it is.
Perfect.
That's the temperature.
And
just
pull out the thermometer.
Yeah. I'm not down.
It's like a turkey.
Is that just me?
Yeah.
My beer thermometer.
Yeah.
It's funny. My father-in-law, I've got a great father-in-law. He knows a ton about beer and even more about wine. But he's hilarious. He's a man of simple pleasures, and one thing that he loves is fish and chips. So before he goes to a fish and chips place, and certainly the one that he goes to, he lives in the Cowichan Valley by Duncan on the island. He'll call the fish and chips place before, and A, make sure that they have mushy peas, because you can't have fish and chips without mushy peas. And B, he'll tell them to take out a can of his favorite lager. I think they have Harp or something there.
Okay.
And set it up on the counter for him for a good hour before he goes, because it's got to be a pint of warm lager.
Warm lager.
Dude, this is hilarious. If he gets there and that hasn't happened,
It will leave.
Like lager.
It's awesome.
I'd say I have to try that, but that doesn't sound appealing to me.
It's a very English thing to do, and he's not even English. So he married a wonderful English woman, but he's not even English. But he likes everything that is English.
Yeah, because British beers are served warmer.
Yes. Yeah.
I really gotta go.
There's a group of guys.
There's
a group of guys at the Rose and Crown. Great pub out in Tsawwassen. I used to call them when I was a Molson rep. One of our owners, Shelley. But anyhow. There's a group of guys that will always have 2 beers in front of them. They sit there and they drink in the morning from 11 to like a lot of these pubs. Guys normally come in the morning, and they'll always have 2 in front of them. When they come in the morning at 11, they order 2 beers, 2 lagers, and they come and they'll sit there for a while. But most of the time they want a warm one, and so it sits there for about an hour before they actually drink. It's really interesting.
I don't know if I could ever be one of those people.
On the level where they tap salt into it.
Okay.
Yeah.
They just need a goza.
They need a.
That's what they did. Circle it all the way back. Killing it.
I went on a tangent. You brought me back up. Yes.
Well, it's salt and coriander in the salad.
Wonder Brew just joined, by the way.
Oh, Wonder Brew. I want to meet you guys.
Tonight, right?
They just kicked off their blog.
Yes,
I've been loving these guys. I'm a fan of all the people that are doing social media in BC right now. A couple of them just came online with some cool blogs. Jamie and Hailey, I think that's correct. Jamie and Hailey have been doing it for a little while now. Their page is completely different than, say, something like I do. Like, I'm a hiker and I post pictures of beer. They're a beautiful couple. They travel all over. Mm-hmm. They are constantly representing BC craft
and
breweries.
Super active.
Yeah. So
hiking, kayaking,
surfing.
Yeah.
So Wander Brew BC. That's an account that you guys should check out. And the Flying Beer Girl, of course.
Yeah.
I just remember we're on my feed here. We gotta give you some shout outs.
Yeah, well, we can't have Garrett doing the three
it's difficult, man. I was struggling for a little while there.
Yeah, so hopefully, I don't know, Jamie replied to the comment here, but Jamie and I are supposed to actually hook up shortly after this. We're going to go for a beer. Might head over to Strange Fellows, which is right nearby.
Right across the street.
A block away. A long time. So
they said much love, and you nailed it.
Boom. Perfect. So they've got their blog going, and because, they're kind of doing the same sort of stuff that I'm doing, I went and checked them out. So their blog is looking really good. They've traveled all over. They went to Mexico So
are they bringing BC craft beers with them?
Yeah, they pack. And same with Bruce Babes Banny. Yeah. Banny is she is a huge fan of craft beer. She came on the hike as well. Yeah. It's Bruce and Babes because she rolls with this super awesome crew of ladies, and they go and they party together. Sometimes they go live and have some fun. Just jump around and make it. I like the little smile you crack. Well, it's kind of funny, like, they have a good time, and they don't. She's not. They're
actually here right now. They say.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
So,
what's going on? Oh, wait, hold on.
Yeah. Well, what she's doing is she just put out a blog post and started a blog. I'm guessing it was like a New Year's resolution or something, because I didn't know that she had one before.
She started it before because I'm an email subscriber.
Oh, okay.
Holy fuck!
I
love
just
you.
went there. And
I love you right now. It's like always one. No, I've already done that. No, it's not lactose. It's yogurt. It's just.
Yeah, I had a lot of
This woman is my favorite person on earth right now.
There you go.
Yeah.
So I went and checked out the blog, and it's looking awesome. It's just the big thing is we're all here to promote BC and BC craft beer. It's not just about a bunch of people just drinking beer. Like,
of course,
I work hard with my whole handle of craft beer tourists. I'm trying to showcase BC to the world as a destination, not just for craft beer, which is a wonderful reason to come here, but also for everything that BC has to offer. And I think that's more what people know about British Columbia is the natural beauty of it, because that's how we market ourselves around the world. Like your poster right here, right? But as somebody who loves the whole beercation thing, when I started what I was doing, it was supposed to document like my trips to Portland, to San Diego, and down to Arizona. And then all of a sudden, I got all these beer traders asking me for beers here, and all of a sudden I had this like aha moment that I live at a beercation.
Yeah.
Like, I live in a place where I've got 140 plus breweries that make amazing beer made with amazing ingredients locally here. And we've got Whistler and Squamish and, you know, the interior, the Okanagan.
You've got Langley.
Yeah, Langley.
Yeah.
There's tons to do in Langley, too.
Yeah.
But I always leave to go. Like, there's no mountains in Langley.
That's true.
It's just, it's
real
funny,
close by.
Yeah.
Especially now you got the Golden Ears Bridge.
You got that right.
When I was a flight attendant, I was working with over 100 different nationalities. And anytime I, said I was coming back to the West Coast, what they knew about it was mountains, ocean, forests, and I was trying to tell them about craft beer. Most of them didn't know what craft beer was. So I would drag them to breweries in Japan and China and, I don't know, France, wherever. But yeah, it's about promoting the beer scene here too, because I feel like not enough people know.
Yeah. It's actually my BC Craft Breweries account. I'd probably say it doesn't happen all the time, but 15 times since I started that account, I get people that follow that account they start following it because they're coming here and they love craft beer. So they start seeing what's going on. And then it turns into this whole like long DM conversation about like, hey, I'm staying here. Where should I go? So as a local, like self-proclaimed ambassador, like they're asking me.
Totally.
So I tell them places to go check out. I can list breweries for them to go to, but also like if they're like, oh, we're in Vancouver for like one day and we want to enjoy a bunch of BC craft beer, I'll tell them go to the Alibi Room.
Alibi Room,
right? Because like the Alibi Room, or
Alibi Room gets a lot of shout outs here.
Yeah, but I mean,
live 5 minutes from the Alibi Room.
Oh, that would be so dangerous for me. I don't live within walking distance of any brewery, and that's a really good thing.
I've only been once since
You would not
I've been there more than you have.
No, I've only been once since I've moved in there.
Oh, okay.
But I've been a million times.
You would not do well in this office.
Yeah.
You have got like 6 breweries within a stone's throw here.
Yeah. Well, as long as you're earning it, right? That is the whole thing. I drink beer every day. Like I have at least one. There's probably 1 or 2 days a week that I don't have one, but a lot of days I only have one. It's just that one beer. Yeah. And a lot of times, if it's a big beer, it takes me 2 hours to drink a bomber because I'm just sitting there, just sipping it and enjoying it and having a good time.
Yeah. It's about balance, right? Like
it is.
I'm a big runner, and I also don't drink every day.
Right.
And I don't like to because I feel like if I drink every day, it's just not as enjoyable. So I try and like save it for when I'm at Pack Room.
There you go.
I get to try 20 beers.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, sometimes I'm not, drinking beer all the time. I eat sandwiches sometimes.
Yeah. Barley sandwiches.
But it's funny because like I have people messaging me and they're like, "Wow, like you must drink like all the time, and you're always like." I'm like, "No, actually, and I don't."
Well, that's why I use the hashtag Earn Your Beer, right?
Okay,
I drink way more beer than I hike.
Yeah.
Let's just say that.
Okay.
But I definitely am a fan of getting out and earning it.
That's BC too. It's about balance, right?
It is for sure.
Except in the summer.
It's funny. I think.
Well, summer's easier to get out into the hills.
True.
It's right now that sucks. It's
that's
raining.
true.
Like, I mean, I've hiked in the rain.
I prefer it in the rain, honestly.
It's
Yeah.
because
I
the
love
trails
it in
are
the
empty.
rain. Trails are empty, but
That's
it's the water, the smell is so much more fragrant in the rain. I love hiking in the rain.
And the sound of it, too.
Yeah.
Too for that.
Oh, it's the best. It's the best.
Have you guys been to
Definitely.
Beer Brewing
I
in
have
North End? I just went there
post hike
on Sunday.
actually.
Okay.
We went there after I did
Beer
St.
with an
Mark's
E.
Summit, and then I went there.
BEERE.
Yes, the last name of the owners.
No way.
Yeah, father and son own it.
You kind of have to start a
And,
brewery.
yeah, like how do you
Is that
not?
the one you told me about?
No, that's electric bicycle.
They just opened about 5 months ago. 4 or 5 months ago.
2 months ago.
That's it.
That's
North
what-
Bend
that's
is
what the girls
blowing
there
up with
told me.
brewers.
Yeah.
It's blowing up with brewers. So
I went there after a hike, so it was.
there's another one about to open up that's on
Yeah,
like
it's
3rd
only
and Lonsdale.
3rd and Lonsdale.
It's
What
weird.
is it?
It's
Isn't that where Browns is?
It's in that area. It's like
Okay.
3rd and Lonsdale. It might be between 2nd and 3rd. It's actually in the alley.
Yeah, the scene
So
on the
think of
north.
like actually Cole Harbor kind of scene where they have like
Oh.
a space in there. They email me all the time. I forget it, but
There's lots of.
it's opening up soon.
Is that the one that's joint ventured? Like a bunch of people can you almost invested in it?
I just heard about this. Yeah, you invest in it and you become
Yeah.
you get like growlers for life or something.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
I just heard about it. I
Like
don't know the name of it either.
crowdfunding, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
crowdfunded brewery.
that's actually, there's quite a few crowd-funded breweries internationally. Sorry.
I fucking
Going
love
over.
it. I love it. Go on.
Are you mocking her hand gestures?
No, it's, just,
I was
it's like
talking it.
we're all just like basic, and then Alex is just like always
I'm
like.
I don't know if we're
I'm
gonna
in
get-
so much
in a
more.
small
I don't know if we're
village
gonna get into our
in
life.
Iceland.
No.
We're the world traveler, right?
Yeah.
I could tell you pretty much anything about the West Coast.
Yeah.
Right? I've done Seattle, I've done, Oregon, I did Northern California, I did Southern California, but I'm stayed on this side. Like, I haven't even been to Eastern Canada. Saskatchewan is the furthest east I've ever been, and I'm ashamed to say that at my age, I've never driven through the Rockies. Like, so all these things are going to happen now. Oh, I know. I'm going to do that. I know.
12 hours.
My sister lives in Alberta too.
Where?
Edmonton? Okotoks, south of Calgary. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, my sister's in Edmonton, so we've just been doing that drive like for years.
Yeah. No, there'd be a lot of great photo ops.
It's
I
beautiful.
think along there.
And I just went to a brewery in Edmonton, and I can't remember the name now, but it was awesome.
Yeah.
Situation Brewing.
Okay.
Yeah. Situation Brewing.
Not named after that guy from the TV show.
GTL, man, GTL.
Different flavors would be coconut oil.
Yeah.
And a hair gel.
Yeah.
Dippity do.
Tide.
When I had hair, I swore by Dippity Doo.
Yeah?
That was the best stuff. That was
I
a good
rock
blast
Dippity
from the
Doo
past.
back
It's
then.
been a long time since I had.
It's still around. It's still around. I worked at L'Oreal for a long time. No, I have no hair.
Yeah.
I worked at L'Oreal for a long time, and Dippity Doo is still like a 2-share. It's still big.
Oh, that's a big one.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's around.
When I was in high school, it was a good one because I played a lot
I
of
do.
sports and I could play a whole game of rugby or soccer and my hair would still be perfect.
Yeah. Oh, I heard
Shit
it.
was
You said when you emailed me and we were discussing what we might be covering today.
Yeah.
And you said eventually we would talk about Dan's hair.
Yeah, it always goes around to Dan's hair. It always. Dan, it's a circle. Yeah, it's a vicious circle, and it just ends always at Dan's hair.
It's a rug. If there was like a hair transplant thing where you could just like trade heads, that's a solid.
It's a solid piece, right? Let's get a good view of that. Dan, go down. I'm literally zooming on your stupid dome right now.
An hour and 35. My
We're
phone
going
still
well.
has battery.
Apparently.
Are you still watching?
You got 3 people going right now. Yeah.
You got my records for us here. Actually, last week we did a long one.
We did
A long
2.
Christmas was a long one.
Christmas was a long
You
one.
got to be here for our Christmas special next year.
Dan's gonna be
I don't know
insane.
if you saw the Christmas special we had this time. It was a week and last minute attempt at kind of doing like not like a
cheese
wrap pack.
pairings and
Yeah.
stuff like that. I watched that one. Full Harbor was here, yeah.
Postmark here.
Unfortunately, it was too much chaos. You know, everyone was kind of talking over.
We-
I watched that whole feed. Awesome.
We planned it in like
You
a
wanted
day.
it. I'm a super geek.
So next year, I want to do it a little more organized. We're gonna do a proper Christmas special. It's gonna be a good one.
Dan's planning for it. It's January right now.
How about a
so-
spring special and
Yeah.
a summer special? And a fall special,
that's where I'm at.
Then a Christmas special.
Yeah. Dan.
You guys have created this thing. Okay, so I have a question for you guys.
Yes.
You guys started this kind of on a whim at the beginning,
Yeah.
and it was just kind of like, we're going live 3 days a week on our
Yep.
Backroom feed. And I was like, who are these guys? What are they doing? This is kind of interesting. And then more of people like us,
Yeah.
you see our names pop in because we're like, well, we know you're local.
Yeah.
You're talking about the local craft beer scene. And it's kind of evolving. And then all of a sudden it was like people were taking over your feeds. And the next thing you know, the beard show's here and the Flying Beer Girl's here. And now I'm like, I gotta get down there. Like, I gotta go be part of this. I'm interested to know what kind of growth you've seen on your Instagram account by doing these live feeds. Garrett?
No growth.
No.
I'm kidding.
You know, a lot of people have left that.
No. It's been valuable in terms of engagement. That's really all you can ask for. So the way we kind of, or I view our Instagram thing is, it's very hard because I don't know how to do this because I'm not talking for her. I'll just
Turn the camera around. Put
No,
yourself
no,
on my
no,
feed.
no, fuck off. No, we're good. So really the.
Garrett's actually naked right now. So he doesn't want to go on.
Hi.
Garrett feels naked because he's only wearing a half turtleneck, not a full turtleneck.
There you go. No, the purpose of, I got 20% battery, so you're still good.
All right.
Purpose of our feed, honestly, was it's so easy to just do selling bullshit all the time. So I use like our actual hard posts as more product feature. I use our story and our live feeds as a way to actually put a person behind that. So that's really it. Because if I'm going to be posting content, I don't need that content to be of our faces, to be honest. Because that doesn't add value to someone. Exactly.
Remember what you talked about with the book Jab, Jab, Punch?
Yeah.
I think
Jab, jab, right hook. But yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Here's the king.
I'm it's big on interaction, is big on video content, and video content is what I do on our feeds and our stories. That's how I put a face. The rest is just But on live feeds is great. It's you're here because of it, right? That's
Absolutely.
Fine. So,
I would have never known that there was a little company on this little back road in downtown Vancouver that was taking a number of fantastic BC craft beers and showcasing them to the world. Yep. That's what you guys do. Yeah. And ship them, not just showcasing, but shipping them and spreading the BC craft beer love overseas. Yeah. That's what I'm a big fan
of. And there's no...
And your beer.
And your beer. And there's going to be no negative, outlook on us, essentially ingraining ourselves in this community as well. We came from big beer, always been fans of craft beer, and that's obviously why we left and went into it. So why not meet as many people as we possibly can? Yep. Sure. And we've met so many. The majority of people in British Columbia that we've met through this has been through Instagram.
Yeah. And they're cool people. That's the cool. Like if they were assholes, it's a different thing. But everybody that you meet is just awesome. Yeah. Strong.
I couldn't wait to get back.
All of the feels.
Everyone.
All of the feels.
All of the feels.
Just your story. Like I watched when you were live, and I learned more about you because people like us are coming on here and telling your live stories. Apparently, you guys are like psychiatrists. But I didn't like the fact that you moved away, and then you were doing the airline thing, and then you're like, you know what? I just want to go back there because you loved it here so much, and I could see that. I know why you love this place, and it's cool. Brought you back.
I was missing it so much, actually. I always wanted to come back. So that's why, I knew I was coming back, and I was, following along the craft beer scene so closely. That's why I know so much about it. Every brewery opened.
You're selling yourself short, but yes, we love you anyway. It's fine.
Yeah, every beer release, I knew everything. So.
Awesome.
He drinks everything. She knows everything. His hair is everything. That's all you need to know today, folks. You heard it here first.
Yeah,
we're signing off.
Yeah. All right.
Sign off. You guys are talking about my hair too.
Well,
yeah. That's your free. Go for it.
Okay, so hopefully everybody enjoyed this. This is definitely a brand new thing that I took part in today.
And it will not be the last.
And to take part in something that's meet some cool people like I always do with this industry, what I love so much. But for the people that follow me, definitely check out the other people that are craft beer Instagrammers in the Vancouver area. Of course, the Flying Beer Girl, and these guys pack rim. If anything, don't follow them for the pictures that they post. Follow them for the live feed because all this stuff. They just sit here and talk about BC craft beer. And if you're still watching now, clearly this is content that you enjoy. So have a good one. Follow along with my story. The day's going to continue. We're going to be going elsewhere. Probably going to hit Strange Fellows. And then for those of you that are going to be joining tonight at Bells and Whistles, we'll see you soon.
All right. See you guys.